Exclusive from Hollis Hall, the left side is being ripped up and rebuilt. No smokescreen, no soft pedal. A depth chart move that touches the quarterback's heartbeat is on the table, and it started the minute the film session ended. If you care about Caleb Williams' blind side, tonight matters. It wasn't just a bad series. It wasn't just a couple of flags. It was the kind of protection spiral that forces coaches to choose between comfort and change. You felt it. Pressure off the edge, pockets collapsing early. A run game fighting for air while a superstar pass rusher wrecked timing like a storm on Lake Michigan. Now the clock is ticking through the bye window, and the staff is using every minute. The pads go on, the bags line up, and the first thing they script is left tackle footwork, set points, and how to stop a rip-through that's been chewing up vertical sets since Sunday. Reps tell the truth. Reps don't blink. Here's what you'll get tonight. Who lined up wearing the early drills. Why the coaching staff believes the answers might already be in the room. What the tape actually said about hand placement and anchor. How this impacts the run game on duo and wide zone. And how it changes the pass pro math for Caleb's 5 and 7-step concepts. We'll hit personnel, scheme, and the human side because this decision will land in a real locker room with real consequences. You're watching Bears News Fan Report. Smash that like. Drop your comment and subscribe if you want honest, no-nonsense breakdowns from a fan who bleeds navy and orange but tells it like it is. Let's work. Let's set the scene. The offense survived barely. The scoreline smiled. The tape didn't. Early pressures derailed timing. Penalties turned makeable downs into traffic jams, and the edge was a leaking faucet. That creates second-order problems. Coordinators call quicker game plans, receivers see shallower trees. And your play action loses bite because nobody believes you'll hold up long enough to sell it. On review, the line wasn't a total collapse. There were clean pockets. There were stretches where the right side looked stable and combo blocks hit. But the left edge felt like a roulette wheel, one solid series, one meltdown. That inconsistency forces the staff's hand. You can't build rhythm when your quarterback's internal clock is screaming . So they shuffled. First, injuries pushed Theo Benedette into action on the right in relief. Then, after the left side sagged, they flipped him to the blind side and let Ozzie Trapelo eat snaps at right tackle. Against a monster on the edge, nobody pitched a shutout. But the staff saw enough to say, we're not done exploring. Here's the timeline that matters. The bye buys healing and teaching. Darnell Wright's arm has been monitored carefully. The staff has two goals: stabilize left tackle and restore order at right tackle the moment Wright is genuinely ready. That means the next two practices are a lab no panic, just controlled experiments. And now, the part you came for. The news. The Bears are opening the left tackle job this week and giving Theo Benedette the first crack at true LT starter reps while Braxton Jones competes. The plan is simple. Benedette takes the initial blindside sets with the ones. Jones rotates and works both left and some emergency right side technique. Ozzie Trapelo remains the next man up swing until Darnell Wright is cleared to re-anchor the right. This is a real competition, not a headline test. The staff wants the best 5, and the left side seat is not guaranteed for anyone. Why Benedette first? Footwork and temperament. On tape, he corrected between series. His first few vertical sets were too tall, head over toes, hands late classic rookie stress. When they flipped and left, the strike timing improved. He shortened the set point, trusted the outside hand, and most importantly recovered inside when the rusher countered. That's teachable. Coaches love fixable on film. Where does this leave Braxton Jones? Not exile challenge. Inside the building, they respect his experience and his ability to calm a drive after chaos. But the run game asked for more edge displacement than it got, and too many reach attempts turned into stalemates. In pass pro, he had snaps he'll put on a clinic reel and snaps he'd burn. The spread is the problem. The staff needs narrow bands, not roller coasters. What about Trapelo? He's surprised with strain in the run game and decent eyes on games. The issue, when his base got narrow, his anchor popped and power converted to push. That's coaching tape too. You can fix base. You can fix hand reload. A coach can't fix slow feet. Trapelos aren't slow dot in the right side. When Darnell Wright returns in the vibe is that he's trending, they slide him back to his home and kill the carousel. The staff has zero interest in creating two problems by moving a good right tackle to left. You stop the bleeding where the bleeding is? That's the left edge. The right edge gets its alpha back when the medical clears the green light. Not a second sooner. Schematically, opening the LT job changes your call sheet. Expect more chips from the tight end on the left, a few more pistol looks to hold the end with mesh, and a heavier diet of quick three-step to force rushers to run past the arc. The run game can help too. More wide zone to stretch and cut the backside pursuit. Then counter tight end motion to mess with the edge's eyes. It's not magic. It's math. Every half beat you steal for Caleb is a half beat that turns a hitch into a dig into a deep cross. There's a human layer we can't skip. Braxton's a pro. He knows how this league works. Sometimes the best thing for the room is clarity. Tell guys the rep plan, then let them fight for it. When roles make sense, effort gets cleaner. When effort gets cleaner, communication sharpens. Veterans respect that. Caleb will. 2. Matchup lens for the next opponent. You're likely to see a heavy edge rotation with a speed to power, hammer on the blind side, and a long arm counter guy on the other. Against that, Benedet's first job is simple. Don't give up the inside early. If he forces a wide angle, the quarterback can climb. If he loses inside, the play dies at the snap. For Jones, the mandate is hand violence early. Inside, reset. For everyone, it's cadence discipline. Free yards kill pass pro plans faster than any star rusher. Let's talk contingencies. If Benedet handles early periods and one-on-one in practice, he keeps the pole position into Friday and the walkthrough. If it's shaky, they can restabilize with Jones and build a chip-heavy plan. If Wright is fully cleared sooner than expected, the right side locks, and the staff can spare more help left without the domino effect. That's why this window matters. Is all this factor speculation. The competition and rep assignments are real the staff is actively testing, and Benedet is getting true first-team LT work this week. The final starting designation for Sunday is not stamped until they hand in inactives. That part remains fluid, and yes, speculative until the coaches finish grading the full practice arc. Call it informed projection grounded in what's happening on the grass right now. What does it mean for Caleb? Cleaner launch points and a more honest play-action menu. If the left settles, the offense can lengthen routes, attack intermediate windows, and stop living on quick game. That's how you stack first downs without asking your quarterback to be a magician every snap. What does it mean for the run game? Left tackle stability changes everything about the aiming points on outside zone and the confidence of the back to press and cut. When the edge wins leverage, your tight end has a friend. When the edge loses it, the whole picture muddies. Simple as that. Your turn? Bears fans, who do you trust on Caleb's blind side right now? Theo Benedet with the upside and fresh feet, or Braxton Jones with the snaps and scars? If Darnell Wright comes back, would you ride Benedet at it and keep the room steady, or pivot back to Braxton and make Theo the sixth man? Drop your take below with your 5 best for the stretch run. My opinion. Give Benedet the start at left tackle this week with a short, honest leash. Let Braxton be the stabilizer if needed. And relock the right side the instant Wright is truly ready. It's the cleanest path to the best 5. This is my view as a fan and analyst, and parts of this projection are, of course, speculation.